Hey guys, and welcome back to our Star Wars Resistance recap show, Viva la Resistance! Man. And I'm just going to straight out say it. This might be my favorite episode of the show so far. This might be the best episode of the show so far. By the way, guys, my name is Chris Doman. I am the host for this evening's recap, here with my co-host and alternating host, Kees Cornelisa. Kees, what's up, man?
Yeah, you just hit the nail on the head. This is probably the best episode so far of this season. I really like this one. Of course, hi guys. Glad to be back recapping Resistance, a show that I'm quite liking so far. And yeah, let's go talk about this episode.
Let's talk about it indeed. So this is the episode I actually want to kind of go scene by scene because there's so much that happens in each little moment. One of the first things that you notice is that the station, the Colossus, is experiencing a lot of power failures, except for in one area, the High Tower, where Captain Doza and all the aces hang out.
By the way, Captain Doza, voiced by a guy named Jason Hightower. That's funny.
So, I feel like this is the kids' version of a spy film, essentially.
Yeah, you could say that. What I noticed, like from the beginning, like the previous couple of episodes have been more filler-like, not necessarily carrying the plot forward. With Kaz spying on the First Order, and like this episode, it slowly builds it up. Like we still see Kaz with Niku and Tam, who are, by the way, once again, great in this episode. And it slowly builds up to a point where the First Order actually shows up. And I was like, wow, that actually happened. Now, let's see what happens with this. Of course, Nico is the dipshit that goes after them like, hey, my friend has a question for you guys. What are you doing? It's like, come on, Nico.
And you know what? Here's the thing. So, the way that scene played out, like, when they're approaching him and you're thinking to yourself, oh boy, he's gonna get smoked. They're gonna, if this were in like the movies, let's say, the same situation would play out, the same exact result, because the First Order would be like, this guy's no threat, move along.
Exactly. Move along. Yeah, no, but it also makes sense because the First Order is not completely ready to reveal itself yet. And they don't want to attract attention when they can avoid it. So I think at that point they're also like, well, first of all, this guy's a nobody, he's no threat. Second of all, if we shoot him here, that will attract unwarranted attention, and they don't want that. So they want to avoid shooting him and attracting attention, I think.
Exactly. Well, we say that now, but later in the episode might contradict that. But finally, what I've been waiting for from this show, and that
I think everyone,
and that is Kaz finally actually getting the chance to act out on his mission, but through natural storytelling of Hype Faison, voiced by Donald Faison of Scrubs fame, actually coming down to Aunt Z's. There we go. Took me a second. I got there though. It gave us some great character details, especially between Tam and Hype.
Yes. Yeah, and that is what I've been kind of waiting for. Like, the first couple of episodes mostly focused on Kaz. He is our protagonist. We need to set him up as the protagonist. We need to show his character in those first couple of episodes. But in the long run, the story of those episodes are not going to matter that much into the rest of the show. Only like when the First Order shows up. Now the First Order shows up. Kaz is established. We know what he does. Meanwhile, you have some time to explore Tam a little bit more. Okay, give me more, please. I would like to see more, of course, in the next couple of episodes. So, like, yeah, we're starting to get more into the side characters because Kaz has been set up by now. And, of course, you mentioned Kaz spying on the First Order. Finally. It took us a while, but finally we have it. And he did it pretty well, I'd say.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, minus the fact that he still, quote-unquote, got discovered.
Yeah, he got discovered. He didn't get caught, but yeah, we had a little bit of a chase.
and I can't believe I'm saying this, but for the first time in a Star Wars animated show, we have a character who actually managed to escape the situation in a smart fashion.
Yes.
Plus, we had the humor of everybody taking bets on if he was gonna fall, which oh my
Yeah.
god, that cracked.
Everyone like, oh,
Ooh,
just reacting to it. Like seriously, I would not have to see Cass do anything at all. I would just have to see them reacting to Cass, and it would have been gold. That would have been seen.
BB-8 does come to the rescue, and then they run off. And there, but before all that, though, I had a little tease of my ship.
Okay, well, the thing is, Cass doesn't show interest. Tora literally says to him that she's not interested. I'm like, yeah, you're gonna hook up.
Yeah, you two are gonna hook up.
At least I would like them to. Also, something I noticed, something nice. I might not like Attack of the Clones, the movie, but the droid that Cass places the communicator next to sounded exactly like the droid from Attack of the Clones on Tatooine when when Anakin and Padme are there to see Watto. I was like, that's the exact same sound, and that's a neat little Easter egg.
That's a fun little callback, exactly. And yes, I was gonna bring that up, but hey, thank you for doing it for me. But now, going back to Captain Doza for a moment. So there's a scene when the First Order is trying to interrogate, not quote unquote interrogate, but intimidate him into working with them. See,
yeah, and this is the start of something.
I was expecting him to, actually, believe it or not, I was expecting him to be completely for their plan, but then to discover that he's just trying to do what's right for the station. And you want to know something? I actually really respect his character. So when he does inevitably conk out, which he will.
He will. Yeah, that's the thing. He seems like the guy who is too honorable for his own good, and that'll get him killed. Unfortunately.
Sadly.
The question is, by the time that he does get killed, how much will we care? Because this is of course the first episode that we see him. But now that we know that he is the father of Tora, and Tora is connected to Cass, how long will it take for us to care about him that much? And then,
well, to be honest, I'm already started on that path.
Yeah, same.
So,
but the question is, by the time we get to it, how much will we care?
Fair enough. And I think we actually will spend a lot more time with him. I think that's kind of why they now are giving us this story episode, and I think this was a story heavy episode to carry the plot for the rest of the season. That's for sure. Exactly. And I wouldn't be surprised if maybe the next 4 or 5 episodes we're just gonna, like, those first 3 episodes were fun, we're gonna move completely away from that. We're gonna go more towards this. Like, that's what I'm thinking they're gonna start doing.
That would be I don't think all the episodes. I do think we're gonna get more of them now, and hopefully in the meantime also get some more of the that doesn't necessarily carry the plot forward, but that builds character, like build on Tam's character. It started now. I want to see more of that. If we have an episode that doesn't necessarily carry the story of the season forward, but just focuses on her as a character, that would be nice, I think.
So you answered half of what I was going to ask you as we start to wind this down. So, you know what? Why don't you take the reins one more time, Kees, and just give me your final thoughts on the High Tower.
I think this was the best episode so far, really kicking in the plot for the rest of the season, where we actually see Cass spying on the First Order, introducing some big characters that are going to play a big part in the rest of the season. I can't wait to see more of that, and I can't wait to see more of the already established characters, just more fleshing out. That's essentially it.
And I can't agree more. Like this to me was a fantastic episode. Again, this episode was brilliantly handling the action with the comedy, with the overall Star Wars feeling this episode felt really, really very much like Star Wars, especially with the whole sneaking around and the spying element to it. Again, I love where the show is going. And guys, thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Kees, where can the good folks find you online?
At Dutch Movie Guy on Twitter, where I sometimes just I mostly promote stuff, and I've recently tweeted out about Max's win in the Formula One. Not that anyone cares. And Kees Cornelis. Thank you. And Kees Cornelis on Facebook. Once again, figure out how to spell it.
Exactly. And you guys can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Stardust at Skywalker Dolman. And you guys can follow this very channel dedicated to our Twitter, Instagram at D2H.
Isn't it Dolman?
There's a callback for you. There's a callback for you.
Yes.
Go watch Spectacular too. You'll know what he's talking about. And then follow like our page on Facebook, and you guys can follow my band Silver Nightfall. Everyone on social media at Silver Nightfall. For Kees Cornelis, I'm Chris Stoneman, and Viva la Resistance.
May the force be with you always.